Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, and today I am going to show you how to make some homemade breakfast tacos. Very easy, very simple. The only ingredients that you will need are potatoes, depending on how many people you are cooking for. This is good for 2 people, 3 people. So you have 2 potatoes. You will have either homemade tortillas that you have made or tortillas that you have bought out the store. I like to buy these homemade tortillas that are already fully well cooked, but you do still have to cook them a little bit here. So I usually buy these when I'm real lazy and don't want to make homemade tortillas. You will need 2 bowls, one for your potatoes and your sausage and one for your eggs. You will need, of course, your utensils and also sausage. So this is going to be a potato, egg, sausage tacos. You're not going to need all of this because since you're already going to have potatoes, we're just going to cut half of these. Also, you are going to need your salt and pepper. Oops. And your eggs. So you have everything here that you'll need. Let's go ahead and get everything cut up. You will also need to have your pan on preheat. So this is the pan that we're going to use here. You're just going to put a little bit of oil on here. We have the stove on number 4, so that we can go ahead and get this started. So let's go ahead and cut everything up, guys. All right, guys. So in my sink, you guys know that I use my garbage bowl, so that way I can put any trash in there that I need to. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start off with the potatoes here. We're going to go ahead and peel them. So I'm going to peel these out to the sides for to put them in my bowl. All right, everyone. So one thing's for sure is that you want to make sure is that you do rinse off your potatoes. The skin that comes on it, as you can tell here, it's dirty, it's dusty. These were in a bag, so they're all just around each other. So you have all of the leftover from the outside skin. So what you want to do is, since we are going to make these into tacos, you don't want to make these pieces very big. So we're going to try to cut them as small as we can. Little bitty hands. So we're going to cut them in half. We're going to get the other part and cut them in half as well. And then go towards the end and cut the end. Then we're going to go ahead and chop them up. Okay, so that's a good size right there. So when you're done with these, you're going to go ahead and put these in the bowl. I can hear the pan behind me, the oil, the grease popping a little bit, so I know that it's ready. So we're going to go ahead and finish cutting these potatoes so we can go ahead and start cutting everything out. All right, guys, so we have my potatoes here. They're already chopped up, ready to go, ready to be put in on the stove. On our sausage here, we have 2, and I'm going to go ahead and just take one out and cut this one. You can go ahead and just cut it how you want. Remember, you are going to be mixing this with the potatoes. So what I like to do is just cut these, stack them up like a little tower, and cut them one more time. We're going to have to put these in the bowl here. You want to do this because you're already going to have a lot cooking on the stove. Potatoes do tend to take a while. So what we're going to do is put the potatoes first, and then we'll add the sausage. Since the sausage just needs to be cut just a little bit. It takes a lot less time than the potatoes do. Okay, so we cut the sausage, we put them in here, and we're going to put them to the side. Now we're going to move over, and we're going to go ahead and put the well, what we can do now, since we're already here, is we can scramble the eggs. So you're done with your knife. If you want to go ahead and move that, you can. If you want to move your cutting board, you can as well. So now we have our bowl here with our, we can put our eggs. Let's go ahead and put 4 eggs in here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and just break open the eggs. Put this in my garbage bowl. Open the other one. Okay, So now you have your eggs in the bowl. You want to go ahead and add your salt. You can prepare this just like this right now, even though it's not ready to put, it's not time to put the eggs in there. Just in case you are trying to do something else, like me, I'm getting ready for work. So I want to be able to have this ready so when it is that time, I can go ahead and just add it in there. So we have 4 eggs in here. We have the salt and the pepper, and I'm going to go ahead and just get my little whisk a little mixer. And I'm going to go ahead and just mix this together. So that way when it is that time, the eggs are scrambled and we can go ahead and put this on the stove. It is a little bowl, guys. If you want to use a bigger bowl, that's fine. These bowls are a little bit more convenient for me. So just whisk it around. So this is all it takes. So now we are going to be done with the sausage, the salt, and the pepper. So we can go ahead and put all of that up, and we're going to transfer over to the stove. Alright guys, so we have our pan going right now. If you want to put a little bit, go ahead and start putting in your potatoes in here. Remember the pan has been on for a while, so you want to be careful when you put in your potatoes. Okay, so what you do with your potatoes, you're just going to layer them down so that way you can make sure that every piece gets cooked in a good time. It's not so many potatoes, so this shouldn't take long. So you just want to go ahead and just settle them in. You want to go ahead and put some salt in here. However much salt you want on your potatoes is all up to you. Then I'm going to go ahead and add pepper as well. You guys know I love pepper on my potatoes. Alright, so now that I have that going, I'm just going to let this sit on number 4, which is the one before medium. I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes because I want to come back to look at this to see how it looks. If it's ready for me to flip, I'm going to go ahead and flip it, and we'll be back, guys, so that way we can go ahead and add the sausage in here to finish our tacos. Alright everyone, so my timer just went off, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just flip these potatoes. Remember, the less potatoes you have at the time in that pan is how fast they'll cook. So you still need a little bit more, of course. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and just turn up the heat. And I'm going to put it to number 6 to let it cook a little bit longer for another 5 minutes. Alright, so we still got 3 minutes and 14 seconds left on our potatoes. What we can do now is we can go ahead and add our sausage in here. Let it get cooking. You want to break up your pieces of sausage that are not broken up yet. Just mix it in there. Okay. And just let that cook in the meantime. What you can do is you can get your comal ready, which is where you're going to put your tortillas at. Get that heated up so you can go ahead and warm up the tortillas to make your tacos. Alright guys, so our other 5 minutes are up. Remember, in between we did mix in the sausage, and as you can tell, the potatoes are ready. Once you start seeing that they are brown that way, it's because they're already cooked. And as you can see in the sausage, it's already cooked as well. So now that we have that there, we're going to go ahead and mix in our eggs that we have. Now we're going to pour in our eggs over the potatoes. Put in all the dishes we don't need. So with the eggs being in here, you just want to make sure that you are keeping an eye on it because the eggs will tend to dry up very fast. Or what you can do is just get the egg, put it in the middle so that the rest of the yolk can cook. Then you can go ahead and just get it from the bottom, flip it around. You want to make sure the egg cooks, guys. You do really have to make sure your eggs fully cook. Unless you are just a chef, then you are able to make and do your eggs over easy, or not all the way, to make sure that you don't get sick. Eggs can get you sick if the yolk is not completely cooked the way it should be. Remember, we still have this on 6 now. Just gonna let it just cook a little bit, get the egg from the bottom. Here, as you can see, I've already warmed up some tortillas. I actually warmed them up and on the comal, and then put them in the microwave. So they're good. So you just want to stand these up just like this, because this is how you're gonna serve your tacos. Okay, let's give this another turn. Can you see how they're cooking on the bottom? Alright, and that's it, guys. So now we're gonna go ahead and transfer these over to the tacos. Alright, so once you're done with the eggs that are cooking, you want to go ahead and transfer them over either to a plate or to a Tupperware. In this case, I'm going to put them into a Tupperware because everybody else they're going to eat some. So you want to make sure that you keep it nice and warm and left on the counter, closed up in the Tupperware, so that everybody can get some. Make sure, guys, you do turn off your stove. I know sometimes we get really, really busy and we forget about it. You don't want anything to happen. Okay. So now that I have my tortillas here, and I have my egg, sausage, and potatoes. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just transfer them over to these tacos. You can put some salsa in here if you want. I love Louisiana hot sauce, so I will be putting Louisiana hot sauce in mine. You can stuff these tacos really good or just regular. Okay, so now I'm going to close up this here because I'm not going to use this no more. Next person will be able to use them. And there you guys go. There are your tacos. Homemade potatoes, eggs, and sausage tacos ready to go. And like I said, if you want to eat salsa or Louisiana hot sauce, just pour it over. And there you are. Homemade tacos, guys. Any comments, let me know. If you have a request, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, and see you guys soon.